if there is unemployment, poverty in the United States, that is a homegrown American problem, actually, that various different governments have let down neglected communities.
Well, we're talking about China specifically right now. China and the United States are in an economic war, not a military war. They're vying for supremacy of the largest economy. Right now, when we measure it today, the United States is about 26.1% of the world's GDP and almost 40% of all consumption. That's a very powerful hand to have when a lot of the products that China makes, and I might add, employ Chinese workers. Think about the dilemma she has this morning. Right now, as we speak, there's all kinds of factories where they have nowhere to sell their products because the tariffs at 125% are so punitive. What
Yeah,
are
but
the where are those workers going? Are they going to go into the streets when they're no longer employed? When you're the supreme leader, the last thing you can have happen has the population unemployed and unfed. That's what she is really, that's the risk he has because it's
Well, won't she just find markets elsewhere in Europe, in Africa, in Asia? And as you say, America is the great consumer. America is buying Chinese products. So American consumers are going to be hurt, aren't they, by these tariffs?
who blinks first is the narrative you and I are having right now because I think she doesn't have to get elected. He has to just make sure people are employed. And when those factories shut down, and it could happen pretty quickly within 90 days because if you're thinking, oh, I can make all these products and sell them to Africa, there's no GDP large enough to absorb them. While the United States consumes the most of everything, is the time to have this discussion. You may not like the sausage being made and watching it or the volatility in the markets, but I'm at the point now after 20 years of dealing with China, and there's millions of investors that feel the same way I do. Let's get this over with. Let's get to the table and solve this problem because it's unsustainable long term.